Hi, we're Ian and Julie. Follow us on our tiny homestead and our debt-free project of a lifetime, the building of our shipping container home here in the Pyrenees, and all of this alongside our full-time jobs.
Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ian and this is Julie, and if you're new to the channel, we are building our off-grid house here in the French Pyrenees, starting off with the garage workshop, and we're sitting in it. Yay!
This time of the year is a strange period for us because given what we do for our work, we're away 1 week, back a week, away a week, back a week, and unfortunately it just means we can't dedicate to a long-term project. So this past week we've been tying up a lot of loose ends, doing lots of little jobs to finish projects off.
So one of the jobs this week is to get the drainage done. Basically to get that French drainage and the surface drain, get that water away from this building here. So we're going to carry on with that. Another small project, you saw us in the last video do the security camera where we're sorting out some power issues we had. It just kept going off. So we're going to get that sorted. We've got an old second-hand solar panel that we're going to install. So we've basically got constant
Feed.
Yeah, basically a power feed into this building, so it'll be properly off-grid. We haven't got time to cut the grass. It is just going crazy. It's rained so much, hence we want to do the draining project. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe.
Give us that little cheeky thumbs up.
And yeah, let's get on with these projects before we have to head off to the Alps. See you later. So we are going through all the small jobs, and one thing we need to do is be able to get the car up onto this carport. And we tried it yesterday, and this slope here, it's only a tiny bit, but it's just a bit too high for the car and it grounded slightly. So, but before we can refill this with more gravel and get it a bit more level, we need to put this drain in. I've got the surface drain here, and just below here is our French drain from behind the retaining wall. So I've bought the relevant stuff. I'm now going to dig a bit of a hole and also extend the trench that way, so I can put in a temporary pipe just to take the water away and also allow us to backfill over so we've got access. Well, it seemed to go okay. One thing I didn't want to do, I hit the little grey pipe, broke a little piece off, but I should be able to sort that. But yeah, the trench is looking okay. I don't really need to go this deep because it's on such a slope, but I've got plenty of sand to backfill. So once we get this sort of in and we know where the pipe is going, I'll move the digger and carry on the trench only for another metre or so, and then put a 4-metre pipe in to extend this. 10.8. finish that one there.
There's always a stone in the way. It's a big one.
Yeah.
Well, quick trip back home. Got the hammer drill, EcoFlow charged.
Well, that was all right. A bit better than I thought. Very large rock. So just gives me room to get a nice bed of concrete cement down here and wiggle room as well. So that seems to fit in okay. This one will drop down on the top like a rain feed basically. So I'll get some sand underneath this, get it all nice and square, and then I can put concrete around the edges. Oh, just getting my last bit of shuttering off. There's the gravel there. Just getting the final levels, and I think I'm going to go and get some dry mix cement and get that in. But yeah, that went in a little easier than I thought it was going to be, although I've still got a few more things to put on yet. So it's getting there.
Three quality ingredients for special moments this Eid. Food love stories. By Tesco. On the free Absolute or ask your smart speaker to play Absolute Radio Country.
Yeah, it's a nicer system, isn't it?
Yeah. Get back in your hole. Oh yeah, you want the
Other way around. No, other way around. Turn the pipe around the other way around.
I was going to walk that.
You just twisted and left the pipe.
I thought it was the big fat bit.
No, because you have to join that other pipe.
Okay. Yeah, just put it down.
You've seen us just put this pipe in. This is just temporary for now. It's going to continue behind me to this post, and you see the post behind me, the height of that actually is the same height as our garage workshop slab. So we've got quite a lot of building up to do, and it just gives you an idea of how slopey this site is. But we're just working out where the drain needs to be, the drain pipe, because in front of it we're going to build another retaining wall to divide from what's going to be part of the drive, and here is going to be a raised ornamental garden. That's the plan, that's my bit, and the drain's Ian's bit.
There's a tiny little broken off screw, because on the US ones they have a little thing that pokes out and you go it makes a hole. Here we don't. You have to make the hole, put this on, cut a little bit off the end, a little tiny bit off the corner. So I'm just going to seal inside this. I'll wipe it first, get the dirt off a bit. Loads in here. I think that should be alright. Yuck. Still got some on me.
Bit of a sad day today. Came out this morning and found one of our chickens had died in the coop overnight. Now, we had noticed this past week, for some reason they just don't go to bed at night, and we didn't know why. Last night, the pair of us, me and Ian, we put them to bed, everybody was fine. And this morning when I found her dead in the bottom of the coop, it's upset me. I've checked her over and I opened all her feathers up, and the only thing I could find were these tiny little red mites. Now, we've never seen them before, and in the 2 years of having our chickens, we've never had a problem with anything like that. But if anybody out there can help me, I'm not sure, can these little red mites kill a chicken so quickly? But anybody out there that has more experience than me with keeping chickens, please, I'm open to as much advice as possible. So what I have done, I've stripped out all the shavings into a huge bucket. That is not going on the compost pile, that is getting burnt. I've hoovered the life out of this coop, and I'm just about to disinfect it now. Every time I do empty the shavings, I disinfect the house. But so I've got proper disinfection for the chickens. I'm going to get on and do that now, and then afterwards I'm going to, once the house is dry, I'm going to spray powder in there as well. But also I've got to go and round each chicken up, which is going to be a pain because they're quite naughty, and I've been and bought some powder that covers every mite possible, red mite, you name it. They're getting doused in it today.
my goodness, I just couldn't video that. I'm covered in powder. I think I've deloused myself. But all the girls, they're a nice shade of grey now. They're covered. I've absolutely drenched them in it. And then when the house is dry, I'm going to spray that all around the house as well. So I'll make this a regular treatment for now and just keep an eye on things.
Right. So just a quick job, because we're going away on all these tours, we've installed the security camera and I've put this unit in, but it only lasts, this one, it said 40 hours, the EcoFlow said around 48 hours, and that is purely with the USB to charge the phone and that AC to power the camera. Now the camera doesn't take a lot and it's only activated when something goes in front of it or something. But I just want to make sure I trickle charge this unit. So I've just got an extended cable that I've made up, solar cable. I'm just going to poke that through the side of the wall and then hopefully connect it to the panel that you just saw me take around the other side. It's a couple of 100-watt panel, so I'm hoping this will give that enough power just to keep it trickle charged to last, you know, more than 2 days. As everything, this is purely temporary, just to give us a bit more peace of mind for when we're not here, now that there's quite a lot of equipment stored here. There. Right. We plug these panels in. It's the first time I've used this panel, so bought it second hand off Marketplace. It was on the top of some guy's RV or something. Right. Right, I'm going to go plug in the other end. Right. Well, stumped at the first try. Different plug. This is the EcoFlow plug. That one I've not seen before. I'm just going to pop back to our garage, see whether I can find the one that maybe came with this machine. But if not, I'll bring back the EcoFlow and I'll have to swap them out again. All right, just been back. Got the correct cable. Now you'd think all these portable power station providers would have the same type of cable, wouldn't you? So this one's slightly different. A box of screws to get it secured to the wall. Luckily these plugs are standard. So right, where were we? I'm going to come around here and put them into there. So that should give me an input now. What we got? 89, 100. Oh, blimey. Look at that. 160, 170. So if that's 180 watt input in the day and I'm sort of taking only 12 watt, and that's 12 watt with this light on as well. So if I turn the light off using my little remote, turn the light off in the dark.
We can see the dial's nice now.
So the output, and I turn my camera on. It's near enough zero, yeah, 1 watt. It's hardly anything. I'm just securing the panel, probably about this angle, because I've got a nice wooden stud behind here, and I don't want to go any lower. But I'm using a T-bar here, and that slots just underneath. And then a couple of cinder blocks. So it won't cover at all the face of the panel. And up here I've just got a couple of spacer blocks. Behind is a nice wooden stud. So I'm just going to put that in here. And one here. There, it's not going anywhere. Well, we're just going to leave it now for the week. We're 100%, probably took, it said 50 minutes. So pretty happy with that. Going to turn the light off, and that will be, look at that, 0 output, just when the camera and the phone's on. So, yeah. Right, I'm back up the plot. I've just put in this drainage cover and manhole, basically. I don't know what they're really called, but it's 3 sections. The actual unit down below, and then I've got 2 extender sections, and the top one is going to connect this surface drain into the manhole. So I've got to basically drill a hole through this concrete block, so this then slides back and covers this plastic pipe. Perfect. So a bit of concrete around there to finish it off, and a bit of sealant, and that's all done. Job finished for today, because it looks a bit dark and it's going to rain a lot. So we better pack up the tools and head out.